संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे त्रयोश्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Most revered Maharaj, President Maharaj, and respected monks and nuns and our dear sisters and dear devotees, my heartfelt welcome to all of you. Maharaj, revered Maharaj is here, and we are very much blessed and happy to have your holy presence as the president of the meeting. Your very presence radiates our divine energy. Like a live wire, you are carrying the spiritual power that flows from our great masters, Raja Maharaj, Swami Yatishwaranji, and the Supreme Source, Shri Shri Thakur. In your company, every heart feels uplifted, inspired, and spiritually recharged. On behalf of all of us, Maharaj, and the monastic members, as well as devotees, we offer our sashtang pranams to you at your holy feet. It's with this great joy and gratitude that we are gathered here to celebrate this Platinum Jubilee and the 75 years of dedicated service of Shiva Jnani Jeev Seva. And I want to narrate a little background for this one. When Swamiji traveled all over the country as a parivrajak, he came face to face with the intense suffering of women and the masses. When Swamiji was at Almora in Tapasya, a telegram came searching him. It carried the news of his sister's suicide, which left a deep wound in his heart, awakening in him a deep concern for the condition of women. From that very moment, he reflected deeply on their hardships and how they might be uplifted. He felt there is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the condition of women is improved. It's not possible for the bird to fly on only one wing. I think when he wept, it is not that only for his sister, but for all of us, spread over all the whole country. He met so many when he went round as Parivrajak. We have collected the anecdotes in one of our books. 150 women in different times and different this thing, how they have narrated, how they have communicated with Swamiji in this one. So a conviction grew in him. Mother has been born to revive this Shakti in India, and making her nucleus once more, the Gargis and Maitris will be born into the world. Without the grace of Shakti, nothing can be achieved. That's why my first endeavor is for the mother and mother's daughters. Father and father's sons next. Swami Vivekananda's envisioned this mother's mutt where the brahmacharis and sannyasinis would be trained. And his plan could not be materialized due to prevailing social conditions. 50 years after his passing, educated women dedicated to renunciation and service came forward. In Holy Mother's birth centenary year 1954, the land was acquired near Dakshineshwar. We are happy to note that Swamiji has long back has pointed from the Ganga, the exact spot just near the Kalibadi, where now Sharda Math stands. And was acquired, and on the 2nd December, Swami Shankarananda inaugurated Women's Mutt in the presence of senior monks and devotees. And another point I want to mention here, and all the senior Maharajs, sadhus, their guidance, and they have wholeheartedly supported it. And we have heard from our senior Matajis that Ananga Maharaj, Omkaranand Maharaj himself has written the sankalpa and the mantras that has to be done that day, the havan that has to be done, And he has given the instruction in the Sankalpa, it was written that this is the only Sharda Math, Sri Math, as per the plan of Swami Vivekananda. And he instructed that this Sankalpa should not be used hereafter, because this is the only one, and he told us to throw it in the Ganga and not to use it thereafter. The founding of Sharda Math marked a significant step in India's socio-religious history. For the first 5 years, it was directly guided by Belur Math and was treated as branch center. On 1st January 1959, 8 senior members received sannyasa. Prabharajika Bharati Pranaji, direct disciple of Holy Mother, was called from her life of tapasya to take charge as president. Then there were Prabharajika Moksha Prana Mataji, vice president, Mukti Pranaji, Daya Pranaji, and Prabharajikas Vidya Pranaji, Shraddha Pranaji, Medha Pranaji, and Bhakti Pranaji. Bhakti Pranaji was the youngest of them. On 26th August 1959, Sri Sharda Math became an independent institution through a registered deed of trust executed by Swami Shankaranandji, the 7th president of Ramakrishna Math and Mission. Acting on the advice of senior trustees of Belur Math, Sri Sharda Math trustees established Ramakrishna Sharda Mission on 13th May 1960. Within a few years, Sri Sharda Math emerged as a living expression of women's strength and spiritual power. Now Sri Sharda Math and Ramakrishna Sharda Mission, working among the needy women and children all over the country and abroad, and are emerging as a symbol of women's empowerment, as Swamiji foresaw. Swamiji gave a new turn to the spirit of service, Seva Darsha, and gave the motto as Shiva Jnane Jiv Seva. Actually, I want to think this one in a new light. This one, Swamiji has given this great mantra, Atmano Mokshartham Jagad Hitayacha. It is not only for us, but this is the mantra for this yuga. And Vivekananda is the Rishi. And Sakal Jiver Bhitare Je Paramatma, Sri Ramakrishna Devata. আর শ্রী শারদা দেবী প্রীত্যর্থে আমরা বিনিয়োগ করছি এটা। আর মার হাতেই যে ব্রহ্মবিদ্যার চাবিকাঠি, দ্যাট ইজ মাই, it is the whole thing we are surrendering to Mother. He has written, Swamiji has written, this is the path of service, a royal road to the ultimate goal, moksha, or liberation. He says that he has inaugurated this royal road and invites all of us who can understand to walk on this royal road, which is the supreme path to the liberation in this Kali Yuga. He says, Buddhiman Bhujiya Love. It's a very forceful words he has used in Bengali. He exhorted to us, hear all of you, worship of living instead of the dead. Come and help in turning this mighty wheel of the new age. We are the servants of Sri Ramakrishna, his children, assisting him in his divine play. Make this belief should be firm and enter the field of action. Swami Dayanand Maharaj, a kind monk, just like Swamiji, was deeply pained by the suffering of women and children in India. The devastating condition of India, that time our country, he experienced just like Swamiji, where the child mortality, infant mortality, and even mothers was alarmingly high. During his visits to maternity and child welfare centers in US and Europe, he was inspired by their scientific and human methods of care. Determined to create a similar service in India, he founded Shishu Mangal Pratishthan in 1932 at Bakul Bagan Road, South Calcutta, where it began as a small maternity periodic clinic. Gradually it expanded and moved to its premises and became now full-fledged Seva Pratishthan Hospital. Matribhavan Hospital came into existence as a direct offshoot of the Ramakrishna Mission Seva Pratishthan in 1950, born of the foresighted vision of the tireless efforts of great monks like Swami Dayanand Ji, Vireshwaranand Maharaj and others. Recognizing the devotion of a few noble women, he encouraged them to train as nurses and dedicate their lives to serving sick and suffering. Among them stood our radiant souls like Srimati Kalyani Devi and Arati, later became as Bhakti Pranamataji and Seva Pranamataji. Bhakti Pranaji, with her unshaken faith and strength and tireless effort, she transformed Dayanand Maharaj's vision into reality. She was trained personally by him in both service and administration, after which she started looking after the above institution, which became known as Ramakrishna Mission Matri Bhavan. In 1960, the mission was transferred to Ramakrishna Sharda Mission, and where it continues to serve humanity in true spirit of Holy Mother's ideals of love, service, and selflessness. Within a few years, Matri Bhavan emerged as a center of compassionate service and care in South Calcutta. We offer our sincere respect to most revered Bhakti Panaji, who devoted more than 6 decades to nurture and shape this one. We also remember other Matajis, Seva Pranaji, Chinmay Pranaji and others, who are the pioneers. And they taught us that Matri Bhavan is not a hospital, it is a mandir, it is a temple. They have told I hear from the sisters, they have told them, before you enter the hospital, you do pranam to the steps and enter. It is also a mandir. Most revered Bhakti Panaji lived and expressed Swamiji's ideal in every action. To her, every patient was visible form of Divine Mother. She never called anybody by any other name. She only called them as Mother. She never ate food until she was sure that the patients are fed. Their pain was her pain, their tears were her own, and she shared in their joy. Her love and care included everyone, patients, doctors, nurses, and staff, each of whom found in her a source of inspiration, discipline, and love. Her life was a living example of love expressed through service and devotion translated to action. As we are celebrating 75 years of dedicated service of this institution, we bow to all who served here with quiet dedication, offering their work at the feet of Holy Mother, inspired by Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, whose life exemplified silent, selfless service, and our pioneers lived this ideal every day. For them, the service in the hospital was true sadhana. Like Mother, they sought no recognition, no limelight. Their joy was in serving, caring, silently praying incessantly, seeing God in every patient. I conclude my speech once again offering my Sashtang pranams at the holy feet of Revered Maharaj, and we seek his blessings earnestly. May this Platinum Jubilee not only honor their legacy, but also renew our resolves to continue the noble work. May we have this mantra in front of us, Shiva Jnana Jiv Seva, and may their blessings always guide us. With this, I come to this one. My pranams to everybody.